Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.
Hi, I'm Cherry Johnson with Watauga County Arts Council, and I have Pat Lanno with me today. Pat is our board president, and she's heavily involved in a lot of stuff. She's also a school teacher, and you're out of school now.
We're out of school, and so are the Watauga County students. And now that we're out of school, we're looking at all the fun things that the Arts Council has plans that kids can do over the summer.
And there's a ton of stuff going on.
Absolutely. It starts with our summer arts camp, which meets from July 7th through July 12th. It's for children who are finished kindergarten all the way through 10th grade. The centerpiece of the camp is our production of the Pied Piper, sponsored by the Missoula Children's Theater. But we also have art classes and music classes and storytelling, creative movement, theater games. We keep the kids busy from 9 to 4 during that week. And we'll perform the play on Friday evening, I guess it's the 11th, and then Saturday afternoon, the 12th.
That's right. It's going to be a very, very exciting week, a fun week. This will be our 21st camp, I believe.
Yes.
And so we've been doing the summer arts camp for a long time, but it's the very first time we've ever repeated a production. The Pied Piper is the first time that we've seen the same play twice. And to be truthful with you, after 21 years, I don't remember much about it, so we're going to see it again.
It's going to be new for the children as well. There certainly are no children that were here 20 years ago.
The Missoula Children's Theater is a cool company out of Missoula, Montana, that sends a pickup truck, little burgundy pickup truck with a camper bed on the back of it, and 2 actor directors in it. And everything is in that truck to do a theatrical production except for the kids and the plays. So
they have auditions on Monday, practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and perform at the end of the week.
And it's astounding, and I know you've seen this, Pat. It's astounding of what the kids can accomplish in a week. Many of them come in and they may know the basic concept of the story, Pied Piper, but that'll probably be about it. And at the end of the week, they've got a full production, and it's a pretty darn good production at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And so I'm very impressed. The Missoula folks provide some really creative costumes that are really kind of cool. And
the costumes are always fun.
And then the kids get full stage makeup, they have a set, all of that stuff. So it's a real production.
They get the experience of being in a play, and it's always fun to be in a play.
It's a beginning point for theater. We don't consider it, the highest level of theater that a child can get involved in, but it's a great starting place.
Exactly. It's for a child who wants to have fun being in a play.
Yes. And then if the child is only moderately interested in theater, the good thing is when they're not rehearsing, as Pat said, we keep them busy. We keep them in varied classes depending on the schedule that we've worked out for that week. And so they'll be in visual arts classes, and Daisha Trethui is going to be teaching those this year. They will be in music classes, which you teach.
Yes, I teach the music portion of the class.
Pat is a professional music teacher, a professional musician, but that is the quality, by the way, of what we do. Daisha Trethui, I should mention, is a public school art teacher, has taught in many elementary schools around the county, and now is at the high school. So these are experienced teachers. Then we have the creative movement teacher is going to be Marianne Meyer, who is well known for her residencies in the community and does some phenomenal stuff with kids.
She's done a great job in the past, yes.
And then Diane Hackworth is our storyteller, and Diane used to live in this community. She comes back every year to help us with the camp, and Diane is phenomenal with storytelling, especially with kids, but she's just got that energy and that enthusiasm, and the kids look forward to this wide-mouthed frog and all those basic things.
She always does new things, but the kids always want to hear what they heard last year. Can you tell the story of something else?
Yes. When my own child was younger, we used to have a tape of Diane's stories, and we would listen to it everywhere we went. So I've got some of those stories really ingrained in my brain. But when Summer Arts Camp is one of the activities we offer, and it's a phenomenal one. We still have room in the camp. We would encourage you to go ahead and get registered for it as quickly as you can, because certain age brackets will start to fill up, and we can only take so many in each age group. So
and we do have some financial aid available,
but you got to hurry.
We've got to hurry on that, because the committee is going to meet and discuss that on the 18th of June.
So if you've heard this after the 18th and you really do need financial aid, you'll have to call me and we'll see what we can do. I'll talk to the committee about that. I can't make a promise, but ideally get that application in before the 18th, and then we'll be able to do that. And then if they've not, well, even if they've done the summer arts camp, there's more summer coming, right? And so we have another camp that we're offering this year.
July 8th through August the 1st. It's called the Dramatic Palette.
July 28th.
Sorry.
Yeah, and Dramatic Palette, and it's a new kind of a camp for us. I don't think it's new for the people that are doing the camp. It's Tunde Afolayan Famous, who is one of our new board members, and he's a well-known painter in the area, and he and his daughter, Fola, are going to be doing the camp all week from 9 to 12, I believe. 9
to 12. That'll be at the Blue Ridge Art Space.
Yes, and it will be only for 3rd through 5th graders, and so and there's only 20 children allowed in the camp. So if you want in that camp, you've got to sign up very, very quickly for that particular camp. So it'll be a really cool production. And then also there are a multitude of other workshops and things going on.
Exactly.
There's another camp,
there's a crash course in guitar.
Yeah.
That David Smith is going to be offering at the Arts Space for children to learn the basics of guitar as much as they can learn in the 2 weeks he's going to teach, and then they have the opportunity to sign up for lessons during the school year if they've taken to it and really enjoy it.
And if you're not technically a child anymore, but you want to learn guitar, that class is open to any age. And so even if you're not a child, you may participate in that class as space is allowed. I mean, you know, we have a limited number of seats. And also, I would encourage you, a lot of folks, when their grandchildren come to visit them, they do summer arts camp and they do various things. This is another opportunity for grandparents.
Grandparents could take the class right along with the child. And we do have some guitars available for rental if you want to try the class and we don't and you don't have a guitar.
Right. And so that way you have a chance that it's going to go from July the 14th through the 25th, which is a Monday through Friday from 1 to 2:30. So it's not an all-day camp. It's not even an all-morning camp. It's just a block of time in the middle of the day. And that will give you an opportunity. It's 10 sessions. So that's 2 weeks of crash course in guitar.
So between the summer arts camp, the guitar camp, and the other drama camp, there's something to do every day in July on into August. There are also some special workshops on Saturdays, special one-time workshops. If we have a flyer that went home with the kids at the very end of the school.
Kindergarten through 5th grade students should have brought this home from public schools. If your
So
child's
look
in
for
public school, yeah. So yeah, you know how at the end of the year you get all this pile of papers? Well, this one is green, so look for the green one. So, actually, there were some orange ones because I ran out of green paper. So if it's either orange or green, a paper like that will give you all the information you need to get your child signed up for some of these wonderful activities all summer long. And many parents are looking for things to keep the kids creatively and productively engaged instead of just, you know, whining about being bored. And
they can also come by the art space and paint a picket for our picket fence outside.
That'd be a great opportunity for people to do something with their child. What we have is you can get the picket at New River Building Supply. It'll cost you $5 for a bare picket, and you'll need to prime it and then paint it with outdoor paint on both sides. And certainly you can do that, and we would encourage you to do that. But if you don't want to mess with all of that, or you don't have all that exterior paint, you can pay $10, come to the Blue Ridge Art Space and pick the background color. We've already got them pre-primed and background colors on them. So pick the background color that you like, and then use our exterior grade paint and paint your designs, you know. And since you have to do both sides, ideally you want to do it on 2 different days. You want to do one and then put it in the drying rack, let it sit, and then come back either later that day or the next day and paint the other side. And so, and then also they're $10 for individual pickets, but if a group of people want to do them, or you just want to do a group of them, you can get 5 of them for $35, which is a great deal. The purpose of those is not just a great arts activity, which is really cool, but the Blue Ridge Art Space, have you been there yet? If you haven't been there yet, you need to come check us out. It's at 377 Shadowline Drive. That's at the corner of Shadowline and State Farm. And we're really starting to look like a really artsy place. We've got this great piece of sculpture out front that was installed recently. Really nice. And then we've also got our blue cutout people on the front porch. If you haven't seen those blue cutout people, you haven't been up and down that road, because everybody seems to know where those are.
It's the building with the blue people on it.
Yes. And then the fence is around the sides, and it's going to be an opportunity for folks to have a permanent place in the Blue Ridge Art Space. So once we put your ticket up, you're going to be there.
Right.
And so that's a great thing.
We'd also encourage families to come to our second Saturday art celebration, which would be this Saturday.
Except this will show after that. So
After
it's every second Saturday.
This will show after that.
And
however, the kids can also come and put flowers into our display in the children's gallery because it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So they can come and make a flower and add it to the display.
You know, we're so conveniently located that, let's say that, you know, I know as a parent, most of my kids are grown now, but nevertheless as a parent, you have these, like, there'll be an appointment here and an appointment there, and then you got this little dead spot in between, and you don't know what to do. Well, here's what you do. You come by the Blue Ridge Art Space, and the kids can make a flower to put in our flower garden or something like that. Our flower garden is in the children's gallery, and we've got this cool area where kids can make their own flowers or caterpillars or birds or clouds, butterflies, anything that fits into our garden, and make it out of whatever materials are provided there, and then you can staple it up on the wall, and it can stay there through the month, and at the end of the month you can come back and pick it up and take it home with you and enjoy it. But this is a great opportunity for parents and kids to do something together, you know, in the arts, and it can take as little or as much time as you need to. And then, of course, you can always drop in and paint your picket as well.
Yes.
So that's another opportunity. Also, while you're dropping in, you'll want to come in and check out our gift shop. We've got a fabulous gift shop. And our gift shop committee chairperson just spent 2 very busy days redoing the gift shop. And
all of the things in the gift shop are made by local artists.
Yes. And they're so creative. There's so much there. Artists can make anything into art. You know, I mean, there are things like a record of, y'all remember the LP records that we all used to play and so forth? That's been incorporated into baskets.
Right.
We've got wire and all kinds of things incorporated into various artistic creations. We've got the traditional paintings, and we've got sculptures, and we've got
the birds that are made of stone.
And woven things, and we've got knitted things. We've got pottery. We've got glass. We've got, I just can't keep, you know, there's no telling.
You have to come in and see it.
Yes, and it's a great place not just to buy something for a gift for somebody, which obviously it is, but also you can buy something for yourself. And if you're a member of the Arts Council, every second Saturday weekend, you can get a discount for Friday and Saturday, 10% discount if you are a member of the Arts Council. You need to bring your card with you so you can get your discount. And then you also can, you know, refer your friends from out of town. This is a great place for them to get a local souvenir of things that have been, you know, created locally that they can take back home that show something about our community in the mountains. So it's a Blue Ridge Art Space is a busy place.
Very busy place. And we have our displays this month is called Pedal Pushers. So come in and see all the different works by different people, all having to do with flowers and gardens.
This was an open exhibition, and so I think about 30 artists, local artists, participated in this exhibit by bringing in their creations, and so you'll see a bunch of different artists. In the Serendipity Gallery, there's another whole set of artists who have done an exhibit called Be Still. Marion Cloninger has a fabulous abstract exhibit that she has in the Open Door Gallery. Of course, we just described the Children's Gallery, and for July, we're going to have a different exhibit. It's going to be Would You Believe It? W-O-O-D. Would You Believe It? And so anything that has been created with wood is going to be showcased in that exhibit, and that exhibit will be installed right after the 4th of July. So if you're a wood carver or a woodworker, or you do something that involves wood, then you need to set that as your goal, is aiming for that 4th of July weekend to have that finished so you can bring it in and install it, or put it. There'll be prizes given. There are already prizes in the Pedal Pushers show.
Right.
There will be prizes given in the woodworking show, and so this is a really cool opportunity to kind of do something kind of special as an artist and showcase your work and your talent. And then there are more open exhibits coming up. We're going to have Portraits of Our Community will be coming up in, I think it's September. In October, size does matter, and what that means is we're going to have a specific size that you will be required to, if you're painting or drawing, we'll provide a piece of paper, but if you don't, then if you're doing it on wood or something like that, you'll have specific parameters that you have to be exactly in order to participate. So that exhibit will all be the same size all the way around. And then we'll also have one coming up on holiday originals. So in the month of November, plan ahead. You can do all of your holiday shopping before Thanksgiving. Come by, we'll have a big plethora of locally created gifts and holiday items.
Things you won't find anyplace else.
Exactly. And then when you get to Thanksgiving, you can really celebrate and give thanks because you'll have it already done.
Exactly.
Pat, I don't know how we could fit more in, but there are more ideas just popping all the time. And
everything changes.
Right.
From week to week, we add more and more workshops, but we've gone through an awful lot of activities that are available this summer.
That's exactly right. And if you want to be up to date on all this stuff, you can always check our website, watauga-arts.org. Also, we have a regular mailing list, our membership, and if you just want to be on our mailing list, I send out email blasts every so often with information that's about things that are coming up. And then you can participate in that way. I encourage you to become a member of the Arts Council and become involved in the Arts Council. And also we have a fundraiser coming up this fall that people might want to save the date.
Save the date. It's August the 22nd. It's a Friday night. We're going to have live entertainment. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have food catered by Earth Fare, so it's nice and healthy. Mm-hmm. And looking forward to that at the Harvest House on August 22nd.
It's our annual Artful Palette. And so it'll be a fantastic event. If you buy your tickets before August the 7th, you can save $10 a ticket. So,
see a board member or call Cherry at the Arts Council.
That's exactly right. You know, there's so much going on with the Blue Ridge Arts Space and the Watauga County Arts Council, and you're missing out if you're not part of it. And I encourage you to get involved and come check us out.
Because you'll have a great time.
You surely will. And so check it out. Again, watauga-arts.org is our website. Check it for information about all of these things and a lot more.
And you have a Facebook page.
Oh, that's right. We're regularly on Facebook. So they'll have a lot of opportunities to keep up with the day-to-day routine through that, because I pop things up on that all the time.
Exactly.
Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.